Jeez. Hello? How long have I been live? Not that long, right? Hey! 15. Holy shit. 8 minutes. How many people are here? I'm gonna do my makeup. Really quick. Pony Boy, thank you for the 8 months. Better Call Gorkim Curdy, Sadie, Danza, Wolf, Blue Egg and Ham, Stores, Rissian, Flum, Palms, and RZA-tron. Thank you guys for the subs. Hi, Ben. Do eyeliner? Okay. Wait, now I don't want to because you told me to. S6, thank you for the 16 months. No alert sound? That's why. This is why. Just Rights, thank you. I'm doing my eyebrows. My wife's 3 boyfriends came over, so now I have time to watch. Congratulations.
Wow. Did you see me at TwitchCon? I didn't go.
I did not see you at TwitchCon because you did not go.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow. Smile.
I thought it was effing. Slothcore and Night Shot. I don't like that it does that.
Wow. Why did you punch me in the face in TwitchCon?
I didn't punch anybody in the face. Dude, okay, it's gotta stop doing that.
Wow.
Jacob, thank you for the 4 months. The skipping? Yes, I don't like that. Maya tripped me at TwitchCon and laughed. That I remember. I did do that. This is loud, right?
Wow.
Jeez.
Been following you for a bit, mostly a lurker. First time subbing.
Kareem, well, thank you for the sub. Hello. Why did I just did a really bad job on these. Beautiful Chaos. Thank you.
Wow. Feels good, man. Clap.
Ivory. 52 months.
Hippopod. Wow.
Maya, he sat.
Wow. Rover Helio. Did you get the TwitchCon flu? No, I feel fine, actually. None of the Alveus staff is sick. Which is sick. I think we all got pretty lucky, because I hear that a lot of people do have COVID. Applying makeup is time efficiency. How's the jet lag?
How's the jet lag?
Non-existent? It's only a 2-hour time difference. Yeah, jet lag is made up. Jet lag is only if you're weak. Just go to sleep when it's dark, you know?
Wow.
Skull Heron, thank you for the 2 years! 24 months, thank you. Justin, Right before that did 25 months, and I was like, they... Sorry. Math is not my thing. None of the staff got sick. None of the staff got sick. We are looking good out here. You need a booster seat at the salon. No, you know what, actually?
Wow.
A bunch of people told me at
5 months
TwitchCon
old.
that they were surprised that I wasn't that small. And I know that I told them to tell me that, but I think some of them meant it.
People pug, wow.
5 months woo too.
I genuinely expected you to be a little smaller. Oh, that's so sick. See, that person meant it. Mivax, thank you. She introduced me to everyone as the shoe guy. That's not what I said. I did not say this is the shoe guy. I said this guy got me shoes because that's true.
Hippopog, wow.
Nice and clean. Thank you for the prime. Kate, thank you for the
Wow.
tier 1.
Feels good, man.
People pug, wow.
The shoes have lifts. Here's the thing. Here's what I maybe learned at TwitchCon. I think that I've been bullied on the internet for so long for being small that I genuinely thought in my real brain that I'm like unreasonably small. And so I think I really hyped it up in person, but it turns out it's not that bad. That's what my conclusion is.
To be free and flexible and creative was really essential. to
Dude,
what I wanted
YouTube
to
made me
make,
turn
and
off my
I couldn't
ad block.
Find a platform that did that.
You need to stop standing near tall people? Yeah, well, maybe they need to stop being so ridiculously tall. You ever thought about that? You don't have to turn it off? Okay, well, it's been giving me a pop-up that literally won't let me watch YouTube unless I turn it off, so... Who's the tallest person you met? I don't know, probably Diddy, but I didn't meet Diddy at TwitchCon. Is Diddy 7 feet? I don't think
People
that
pug,
he
wow.
is. She wore Converse with double platforms. You snitch bitch. I can't believe that you said that. I can't believe the betrayal. Sage, apologize. I was wearing platform Converse, that's true. That's true. I don't know what double platforms means though.
People pug, wow.
Welcome back, Maya. Hey.
Jordan, thank you. My eyelash. Do 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 do. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Play Fortnite or something cool. You're on the wrong channel. So, the plan for today... Howdy. Spooky. The plan for today is to talk about TwitchCon.
Wow.
Did chubby little monkey get her tattoo?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all of TwitchCon, okay? Should I do eyeliner? Is that crazy? Should I do eyeliner right now? Sure, why not? You ready? have to make it sharp. Can you see? Yes. There's a lot of pressure because you're right there. Okay.
People pug, wow.
Don't mess it up.
What do you think? What do you think? No! No! Who did that? Devil Salad did that. Dude, isn't that crazy how different it makes my eyes look? This eye looks so much bigger. What is she screaming at? Cause it, see? That. Oh my god. Doing eyeliner was a stupid, dumb mistake. Now I've messed it up twice. We go again. On this side.
Maya, what the fuck? What are you doing? Maya! Let's fucking go!
Whoa, we.
You bitch, you're distracting me. What do you think?
People pug, wow.
What eyeliner is that?
What do you think? Baked Alaska, thank you for the tier 3 for 18 months. I'm sorry I called you a bitch. I didn't mean it. It was a joke. This eyeliner is, NYX Epic
Wow.
Wear. Waterproof eyeliner.
People pug, wow.
Oh, Axial Mar, thank you for the tier 3. Baked Alaska, thank you for the tier 1. Boo Check, thank you for the 19, no, the Prime, and Red, thank you for the 19 months. Are you guys okay? Oh my god. It's NYX. To get rid of this mark. Box dude, thank you for the 5. Okay, so the plan is simple. Boys! The plan is simple.
People pug, wow.
Eyelashes. Iana, thank you. We are going to we're going to go through TwitchCon
Wow.
chronologically, and I'm going to tell you all the little stories about what happened. I did talk about it on Wine about it, but honestly not very thoroughly, because we did not go in chronological order, and so there's like a lot that we missed because we just jumped around. So if you watch Wine about it, you will definitely hear the same stories again. But so I'm sorry, but here we are. Anyway, and I have a bunch of vlog footage to keep me on track. That's the plan. I'll maybe show you some photos, videos, but not very many because I vlogged it. So The vlog will go up on my YouTube channel next. There are some clips. So I will start with, was the guy Milena saw actually Jenna Marbles' husband? Oh yeah, they are married. Yes, it was, okay. I can't imagine how sick he gets of, I mean, maybe he doesn't get sick of it. His name is Julian. Julian Solomita. But yeah, we know how it is. He knows how it is. Okay, let me go into my vlog footage and we will start. Here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. I'm done with my makeup. It's time to chat. It's time to chat. So, I flew out, what is this? Thursday evening. I flew out Thursday evening. Okay? And I was at the airport. I found a bunch of children's books at the airports, so I looked through a bunch of children's book inspo. And it was cool, and it was a good time. I bought this book.
People pug, wow.
I bought this book, Sunny, thank you for the 4 months. It's called Immense World. It's a bestseller. It's a New York Times bestseller, and it's about how animals experience the world
People
differently.
pug, wow.
The
So-
live YE was amazing.
Thank you.
Maya, you are so big and scary.
Thank you. I bought the book, I started reading it. It's all about how animals experience the world differently and how all of their senses like make them experience the world differently,
Wow.
and how for
Julian
them
helps rescue greyhounds and loves cows. I bet he'd love Alveus Maya, his Oro Alveus Winnie Dote.
yeah, I bet he would, and I have a story about him, by the way. So I'm gonna tell it in a second. It talks about how like light and sound pollution affects different animals differently because they experience the world so differently than us, right? It starts with this whole metaphor where you're like in this room and it's like there's an elephant and a mouse and a spider and whatever and an owl, and the elephant's making vocalizations, but only 2 animals in that room can hear it because of how the frequency, and then the lights shut off, and then you're lost because you can't
Yo,
see,
hello, God,
but
to
there's a
see you,
mouse that can
Maya, he
feel around
called.
really well with his whiskers. He runs between your legs. You don't even know that he's there, but then the owl swoops down and catches it, and you can't even tell what happened, but the owl knows exactly where it is because of how the owl hears. And then there's a spider in the corner, and then you don't know the spider's in the corner. Nothing knows that the spider's in the corner, and the spider doesn't know that there's anything in the room because the spider can't see that far. But then a bat swoops in and eats the spider because the bat is echolocating the whole time and knows where everything is in the room. It's just really interesting. And then also learning about like how dogs smell and how they experience the world through smell. I'm only 30 pages in, and it's going to be a really, really interesting read. I'm very excited. So I'll tell you guys more about that book as I go, but I know that's not really TwitchCon related. I just bought it at the airport. So, bought the book, got to the hotel late, like midnight. I got to the hotel at midnight. It's a hotel and casino, which we knew, right? Or y'all knew. It's Vegas, so like all the hotels in Vegas have casinos attached to them, I think. I went to my hotel and went up to my room, and it's like a really nice room. And there's like a big window, and it's, you know how most hotels have like a balcony. Most hotels have a balcony when there's like a big window there, and there's a really cool view the other way because it's like all the city on the other side of my hotel. And I was like, oh, I'm surprised there's not a balcony. And my boyfriend was like, they do not put balconies in hotels like this. And I was like, why? And there's like, it's not even that there's not a balcony. There's like iron rod bars, like on the other side of the window. And he was like, because we're on the 30th floor. And I was like, right, that's even better for a balcony. And he was like, no, people would jump off the balcony. And I was like, oh my God. Right. That's crazy. So yeah, so one, I heard that they pump oxygen into the casino. I don't know if that's true, but like to keep you like awake and like hyped and fresh or whatever. And then they also have the most blackout curtains I've ever experienced, because everything's open all night and everyone's out there all night, and then you go to sleep in your hotel room and then they have the most blackout curtains ever, so you sleep until nighttime because you can't tell that it's daylight, which was crazy to me. I was like, man, everything here is just manufactured to like make you into a degenerate. Inside the casino, obviously there's like overhead lights. You cannot tell what time it is unless you check. Also, I am convinced, guys, I'm convinced that they throttle your cell signal in there, because the cell signal in the hotel is garbage. They do not want your loved ones to check on you. They do not want you to have contact with the real world. I couldn't like look things up in the casino. I couldn't like call people. I couldn't text people. I think they throttle that shit. It was weird. It was weird. So anyway, I put all my stuff in my room. Was thinking about how crazy
that I came here from the Ludwig Alveus collab VOD and now we're here. Let's never mention it again. Smile.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Thanks. Also, the elevators in the hotel did not work. I know y'all saw Will Neff's tweet, right? Will Neff, like, and other people fell down in the elevator. They, like, were going up the elevator and there was, like, a bang, and then they dropped 10 floors. Like, dropped, and then it stopped and the elevator opened. Which, I'm gonna be honest, everyone's like, oh, that's my worst fear. It's not my worst fear. It would definitely freak me out. I'm not, like, afraid of elevators or heights or whatever, so I felt fine. But it's not, that's not chill, okay? Meme, then leave. My elevators and my side of the building, I literally, did I not say that? I literally was like, if you've heard these before, then go away. My side of the building, the elevators did not work, or they worked, but not well. Like, they were like, you know, in Buddy the Elf, where he goes like this, he like lights it up and he's like, it's like a Christmas tree. And he presses all the floors. It was like that, except nobody did that. It was like that, except it was a bug. So you would go, I'm on the 30th floor. It takes 20 minutes for the elevator to get all the way up there because it has to go 1 open, 2 open, 3 open, 4 open, right? So it takes forever to get up there, and then on the way down, it's the same thing. 29 open, 28 open, 27 open, right?
Wow.
Too small to hit a lethal terminal velocity.
That's just not true. That's one of the craziest things anyone's ever said to me. Tripod, thank you for the 42 months. Is that a rat? So, at one point, I had to get down the elevator faster than the elevator would allow because it was broken. And so I asked if I could, where the stairs were. And the guy was like, oh, you can't take the stairs from here. You'll get stuck. And I like pointed at the sign that says emergency exit stairs. And I was like, I can't go down the stairs. And he was like, no, you'll get stuck from this floor. And I was like, that's definitely a code violation. Like, that's definitely not okay. It's a fire exit. But anyway. Yeah, good thing there wasn't a fire. I don't know. So anyway. That's all basic hotel stuff. I met up with Cutie, Lud, Nick, Sea Dog, and some other people at like midnight 30 or something. And we got food at the hotel. I got fried, not Nick Pollum, Nick from the yard. We got food. I got French fries. And it was chill. I met Summit. I never met Summit before. So I met him in person. That was cool. He's really, really nice. And then I also met Rob CD. there are a lot of things about TwitchCon that will haunt me for the rest of my life, but this is one of them. Like really one of them is Rob was sitting across from me at the table for like probably like 15 minutes. And he recognized me and I didn't recognize him. And I think that's because I've seen Rob's streams, okay? But it's never like this. It's never like this, right? He's got a shoulder cam on and he's walking around. And so there were a couple times I genuinely feel so bad about this. He was like waving at me. He was like, and all right. I'm just gonna shoot it straight. I thought he was a viewer for most of the time I was sitting across from him before I recognized him. Okay? Because I didn't recognize him, number one. And number two, he was like, is that Maya? And then he was like waving at me. And I was like, hi. Because I thought because it made it sound, to tell me that doesn't make it sound like he's a viewer and I didn't recognize him. So like, why would I think that he wasn't a viewer? He was like, is that Maya? And I was just like, yeah, hello. Right? And then after a while, I was sitting across from him and I was like, is that Rob? And he heard me say that to Cutie. I was like, is that Rob? And Cutie, and then he heard me say that and he was like, yes. And I was like, oh my God. And I like ran around the table and I gave him a hug and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It took such a long time and it was so embarrassing. And it's not.
Wow.
Bort, thank you.
Your panel was great and I was watching Dan Clancy on a panel from 2010 about access to information and I realized you both have a similar mission pushing the reach of knowledge and education to the masses. People, hey.
People Pug, wow.
Yo, over 2 years,
Bort,
crazy.
thank you. Dreamland, thank you for the 38 months. Yeah, so I just felt really, really bad. It's not hooing him because I know exactly who he is. It's just that I didn't recognize him. When is Dan coming to Dan has been to Alveus. Dumb. How intoxicated were you, to be honest? Throughout the entire TwitchCon weekend, I had 2 alcoholic drinks.
People Pug, wow.
Cinnamon, Finneman,
I was
all Fremen,
sober.
and Feminine, all Venom, and Hawk Venom is Cinnamon, all Phenomine, Shineman, Sol, Cinnamon, Meenu, Enema, give him Enema, short Menema, Melanin, no Melanin, all Middlemen, all Metal Men, all men are friends.
Betty, thank you for the 39 months. It's very nice. So anyway, that was me meeting Rob.
People Pug, wow.
And I still feel really bad about it, like really, really bad. And I'm sorry. It was like, I had just met, he just like had raided me too. And I like messaged him. I was like, thank you so much for the raid. Like, you gotta come to Texas. Like, I didn't even recognize him in person. I feel so bad. It's not the worst meeting that I had at TwitchCon though. Keep going. Okay, what is this? This is me eating a fry. Ignore that. Okay, that's my hotel room. Amazing. Next morning, Friday, I walked around the hotel. I did a little exploring. It's funny. It's really funny walking around the hotel and casino in the morning because there's either people with like children, like in strollers, like moms with like spandex, like that had just worked out or something that really have it together and have their kids in there for some reason. Or it's like people passed out on the slots machines that like look like they've been there for days. Because it's like 9 a.m., right? It's a very interesting contrast of people. But I walked around the hotel. It was nice. I had a meeting with my agents. It was nice. Talked to them about stuff, you know, the huge. And then I went to the convention. I had an interview. I had an interview at the convention with Bloomberg. And so that was my first time going into the convention. I got like walked around into the interview. It was a really quick, easy interview. I can also say this because it's an interview, so it's gonna come out. They asked me a bunch of questions.
Wow.
I like didn't know how to answer. Shane, thank you for the 18 months. One of them is they were asking me a bunch about Dan Clancy.
People Pug, wow.
Keisha, thank you for the 14 months. Tripped, thank you for the sub. They asked me some questions about Dan Clancy, and then they asked me, they were like, so how does your experience... This is crazy. They're like, how was your
Oh,
experience with
wow.
Dan Clancy compared to your experience with Emmett? And I was like, with who? And she, because I genuinely didn't know. I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. And I don't know. And she was like, well, that answers that question. Thank you. Because they were trying to figure out like how it's been different, you know, between those two CEOs. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, yeah. I mean, in fairness, I started 2019. And so I had no experience whatsoever, like, with Emmett, like, didn't know anything about him. But that was like my genuine answer. I was like, I don't know him. I don't even know who you're talking about. No one else did either. Right. Yeah. And then she was like, so you didn't know Emmett? Like, do you know Dan? And I was like, yeah, I'm having breakfast with him tomorrow. And she was like, what? So it was a lot of it was them asking about Dan, because Dan's all over the place. As you guys probably saw at TwitchCon. He's a PR god. He's zipping around. So I had that interview. It was fine. It was chill. I walked around the convention with boyfriend. It was good. Not scary. Let's talk about that. I thought that TwitchCon was going to be so scary. And I don't know if it's because I have a huge ego or because I'm traumatized by the internet or what. I thought people were going to be way more aggressive. Like, I thought that I was going to walk around the convention and be, like, scared because people were going to be like, duh, you know? And nobody was like that. They were all, like, more, like, nervous, if anything. But yeah, it was not scary. I thought it was going to be, like, scary to walk around. I thought I wasn't going to be able to walk around. And I definitely was, and it was definitely fine. So yeah. Everybody was good. So I walked around the convention. It was chill. It was easy. And then I think it was Friday morning. I did meet Julian. It was really bad. It was really awkward because okay, let me explain. On NMP, right, NMP was there streaming. So I did meet him that morning. I've watched Julian for years on YouTube. Like, I've watched a bunch of his videos. All of us watched Jenna's videos, and so he was in a bunch of those videos, and so I know them from, like, years back.
Wow.
Right? So it's one of those, like, the way I felt when like, Jacksepticeye knew who I was, you know, I was just like, it's just like a crazy starstruck thing. So when I saw Julian in person, I was just like, oh my god. And I kept telling my boyfriend, I was like, I have to say hi, like, I have to talk to him, I have to, but I was so nervous. And a couple things. I told him that I loved him, and I didn't mean it like that. And I say that because it's something that I'm really stuck on, but I think the interaction itself wasn't as bad as that makes it seem. Because I wasn't like, I love you. It was like, I went up to him, I was like, hey, I'm a huge fan, like, it's so cool to see you here. I love you, I love your dogs, like, I love everything you do. So actually, that's not that awkward, but after I left, I got really hooked on it, and I was like, I told him I loved him. And I told my boyfriend that as we were walking away, I was like, I told him I loved him. And he was like, oh, did you? Yeah, I was like, I'm in love with you. It gets worse, though, okay? It gets worse. I don't think he cared that I said that, because it wasn't as awkward as it is in my head, the way that I said it. It's way worse than that. I'm a streamer. He doesn't know that I'm a streamer. He thinks I'm, like, just, like, a normal, like, not a streamer, a fan, a viewer, whatever. And so I was like, have you gone to the convention yet? And he was like, no, I have to go get my badge right now. We get our badges from the same place, right? There's a hospitality suite for the streamers in that hotel. So I knew that I had to go get my badge too, because this was right before I went to do my interview. So he was like, no, I have to go get my badge right now. And I was like, oh, me too. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'm headed that direction too. And he was like, yeah, okay, see you later. And he like ran away because I think he thought I was gonna walk with him because we both had to go that direction. And in my head, I was like, oh, we both have to go to the hospitality suite. So like we'll walk to the hospitality suite. But he thought I was a viewer. So I was like, oh, me too. Like we can walk that direction. I didn't say that. I was just like, oh, I gotta go there too. And he's like, okay, bye. And then he like ran away. And then I had to walk like 12, 15 feet behind him all the way to the same place. He didn't know I was walking behind him, so it's fine. All I'm gonna say is my dream is one day we meet through Twitch and I can tell him this story and be like, it wasn't as cringe as you thought. I'm not stalking you, like I'm a streamer too. And then he comes to Alveus. Did he see you again in the suite? I should have made it so that he did, so that it wasn't as cringe, but I was too scared, so I like hid, which made it worse for me, because now he even more thinks that like I like doubled down on me being a viewer that was like trying to go on a walk with him in the hotel or something. Who's this about? Julie and Solomita. I really messed up, and I feel really bad about it. I know he would love Alveus. He would love Alveus. You should have introduced yourself as a conservation streamer. No, dude. No. He doesn't know who I am. He thought I was a viewer. If I was like, hey, I stream on Twitch. I stream this on Twitch. He'd be like, oh, cool. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Someone needs to connect y'all. I know. I know. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it another day. Okay? It'll be fine. We went to dinner that night with Peach, Seer, Lud, and Cutie. And then eventually it also became E-Rob, Britt, Nick, and Milena. So it was a what's 5? A quintuple date? What is 5? A quintuple date. A penta date. That's it. Alright, I give up. Anyway, there were a bunch of people there. It was really nice. It was good. It was a really fancy dinner. It was at the Bellagio. The Bellagio is Box Dude, thank you. It's a hotel and they have crazy fountains. They have fountains that go really high. Like really, really high. And so we sat by the fountains and it was crazy. And
Wow.
Thank you, Box Dude. What's the channel all about? I do conservation education, but right now I'm talking about TwitchCon. So there's water that's going really high. We got dinner. I got a cocktail, but I didn't have time to look at the menu, and so I just pointed to one because I didn't want to hold everybody else up because they already ordered. And I picked a cucumber cocktail. And that was really unfortunate. But I drank the whole thing. Even though it had a literal cucumber on the edge. It was unlucky. It was unlucky. Also, dinner was... Guess how much it was per person. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I'm hyping it up too much. Guess how much it was per person. We just split it. For like how much it costed everybody. And then divided it. Yeah, it was 150. Those are good guesses. It was 150 per person. Which was a lot. But it was good. It was good food. I got seaweed salad. And it was good. And then...
Wow.
Thank you. And then we somehow ended up in... We went to Buddha's suite.
Wow.
Call me Crispy. Thank you for the prime. Sunny, thank you for gifting. No. I also got something else. Sorry, I didn't just get seaweed salad. No. I got something. I don't remember what it was, but I got something else. Like an entree.
Wow.
I also got
14
seaweed salad.
months with Bird Lady.
Thank you for the 14 months. yeah, Buddha had like a crazy suite, and so we went to go to the suite. I didn't know what was going on at all. I just followed everybody pretty much this whole trip. I was just like, all right, wherever you want to go, whatever. We got like led back into the suite by 3, this is not my word for them, it's their words for them, butlers. 3 butlers, and we went into the suite, and it was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. There was like a gym in there, there was a barbershop in there was a kitchen, a whole dining table, a pool,
Wow.
like
Primers.
Crispy, thank you for the 15 months. It was a lot. It was scary. It felt like it was a Black Mirror episode. And yes, like a private barbershop. Like there was a bathroom, and there was just a barber chair in there. Just one. And like mirrors all around. Cause like they'll come to your room and like give you a haircut or something. I don't know. There's a gym in there. I got in there and I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I was like, I am not supposed to be here. It felt like a Black Mirror episode. I was scared. And I wanted to leave. And so I took a peach. I stole it. There was a huge fruit bowl, and I was like, let's be honest and talk about food waste here. No one's eating this fruit. It's gonna get thrown away.
Yo.
All this produce is gonna get thrown away. So I took a peach, and I left. Lots, thank you for the 44 months. But yeah, it was crazy. I did say hi to some people. I said hi to Buddha and Abby. I love them. They're so nice. But yeah, I had to go. So I took a peach and then I left, and it was fine. And then I checked the Alveus clips. I saw Winnie sleeping like this. As she does. Cool. The next day I had meet and greets. Meet and greets were on Saturday. I met a girl. She's gonna hate this. If she sees this, she's gonna hate this. One of my favorite fan interactions was I met a girl. She had just gone, maybe this was Friday, I don't know. She had gone to the Fear Ann meet and greet. And she had like, I could tell she was crying before. And she was so sweet and like so nervous, which was so funny. Anyone that was nervous, I was like, please, like, this is not cool. Like, this is not a cool thing that's happening. Like, you're fine. Like, it's so chill. But she was so nervous, and she was like, Maya, I love you. You're one of my biggest fans. Or something. No, that's not what she said. She said, oh my god, I love you. I'm so cool. She was like, I'm so cool. And then she's like, no, I'm not. She's like, I'm not cool. I am not cool. I did not just tell you that I'm cool. Like, I'm not so cool. You're so cool. Like, I'm gonna die. And I was like, it's okay. It was so funny. It was so funny. In fairness, somebody did say to me, good luck at your meet and greet, or have fun at your meet and greet. And I was like, you too. Which, tragedy. The tragedy. She sounds like you. Yeah, honestly. Tell us the boyfriend Maya moment. Oh, please. Did they go, I hope you have a good meet and greet. And I was like, you too. Fucking idiot. Like, fucking stupid person. Did they go, I hope you have a good meet and greet. And I was that is true. That did happen. The boyfriend video story, I don't know what happened. A girl came up to me and she was like, my boyfriend is a huge fan. Could you just take a video and say hi, Chris? And I was like, yeah. And I don't know if it, like, I was like holding my pizza and like a lot of things were happening. And I don't remember what I said, but she like started recording. I was like, hi, Chris, how you doing? How it going? Or something, like completely just like not words. And then I was like, well, that sucked. Like, you know, tell him I said hey. It was awful, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. Even like when I was eating my pizza, I was like, man, I really fucked that up.
Wow.
Jin Foxy, thank you for the 6 months. Yeah, that was really bad. But anyway, we had the meet and greets Saturday. I had the Wine About It meet and greet first. There were a lot of people at the Wine About It meet and greet.
People pug, wow.
2020,
Yo.
thank you. There were a lot of people at the Wine About It meet and greet. They were really great. Everyone was super nice. They gave us a lot of friendship bracelets. Cutie brought stickers, so they took stickers. We took pictures with everybody. One guy asked us to step on him, which was the only kind of like out of left field thing, because everyone else was like super normal for the most part. Yeah, I don't think it was like that though. I mean, maybe that's me copiuming, but he was like, would you guys mind stepping on me? Because his friends were recording, so it was like a joke. And then he like laid down on his stomach, and so we stepped on him. I don't know, but it wasn't like, I just walked over his back. And I think Cutie did too. I guess he asked a lot of streamers to do that. Like didn't he ask like S-Fan to do that or something? I don't know. I feel like it was fine. I feel fine about it. It's funny because everyone's saying Amaranth. I went to dinner with a bunch of people. Amaranth was there on Sunday night. And I told her, I was like, yeah, the only weird thing I had was a guy asked me to step on him. And she was like, that's not weird. She was like, I do that all the time. That happens all the time. And I was like, oh, right. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. But yeah, so stepped on that guy. It was fine. One girl, and I think she's probably here, she was like, I'm going to ask you to do something crazy. And I had a Sharpie, and she was like, will you draw a heart on my wrist and I'll get it tattooed? And I was like, like, okay. And so I had a Sharpie, but the Sharpie that I had, because I'd been signing stuff for like an hour plus, was really, it was, you know how they get dull and kind of flat. And so I think she wants like a little dainty tattoo, right? And I go to draw a heart on her wrist, and it's just a fat Sharpie. And so it looked like shit. So I like drew it, and I was like, oh my god, it's bad.
Yippee,
Like, it's so bad. Vicky, thank you for the 9 months. And so it stressed me out. And then I did a panel the next day, and I saw her. It's Chubby Little Monkey. That's her. I saw her reply to my tweet, and she was like, Maya, this is my last day at TwitchCon. It's like your last day to redeem your tattoo. But I wasn't allowed to like interact with the people or like do like fan interactions at the Wine About It panel. Like they had to they ushered us out. So I was like, okay, she hates it, and I can't do it because they're gonna make me leave. So I can't redo her tattoo. So I tweeted at her. Or not at her, because I didn't know her at. And I was just like, to the girl that asked me to draw this tattoo, do you want another one or what? Like, I feel bad. I don't want you to get something that you hate. I don't want you to be disappointed by the shitty little tattoo. And she replies, my fate is in your hands. Like, girl, what the fuck? So I messaged her, and I need to, like, doodle tattoos for her now. It's crazy. It's a crazy amount of pressure. But I am gonna doodle some little tattoos
People pug, wow.
for you, and you can pick whatever you want. Glitch, thank you for gifting. So yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fine. Hammy, you were great. You were great. I don't know if this is a compliment or not very nice. I was a little bit worried. But you were great. Like, you were so chill. And like so not imposing and great. This was Hammy at the Alveus meet and greet from Jake's live stream. We're right next to him. So this is Hammy coming up to the Alveus one.
I want to play hardcore, but the plastic kind of fell off.
That was Hammy coming up to the Alveus meet and greet. Everyone was like, whoa, and we're like, what? It's Hammy. Hammy, Nandre came up to me at the convention, and he was like, Maya, one of your viewers came up with me and like pulled out a rubber chicken. And I was like, yeah, I was Hammy. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
Awesome.
I think I know what's
Everybody
gonna
watch
happen.
this. You're gonna learn this. Oh no.
That is the official handshake. Please learn it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
People pug, wow.
Kev Bar, thank you for the 9 months. Yeah, so the Wine About a Meet and Greet, that's all that was crazy. I don't know. It was chill. It was a lot of people, but it was chill. I think it was like a couple hundred people. Maybe 300 max. And then had a little break in between the Wine About a Meet and Greet and the Alveus Meet and Greet. The Alveus Meet and Greet was also really great. It was the first time that Alveus staff had met viewers in person. So one of the reasons, I've talked about this, but one of the reasons that I wanted Alveus staff to come to TwitchCon is because now they're educators. And it's really important to feel like you're making a tangible difference as an educator, especially in the conservation field. And I think that can be really hard when you're only seeing stuff online, you know? I think when you're not seeing people in person, you're not seeing your impact like in your face, it's like, am I doing anything? And so I think them getting to meet people and like people coming up to them and being like, I love Toast, I love Winnie, is really impactful. And so I think that was really good for morale and for motivation for them to be like, yeah, I'm making a difference here. Because the whole meet and greet was like, negative thank you for the 19 months. People coming up and they're just like, I love the work you guys do. Like, I love this animal. I don't kill bugs anymore. You know how many people I had come up to me at TwitchCon and say, I take bugs outside now? Or they're like, I can't kill bugs anymore because like every time I see a spider, I think of you, whatever. So many people. It was so sick. We had temporary tattoos to give out at TwitchCon at the meet and greet. And most people would ask like who's your favorite ambassador? It was Stompy, Winnie, and Toast. Toaster Strudel. Which like Toast is awesome, but Toast is not nearly as front facing as like the foxes and the marmosets. I was so surprised how many people said Toaster Strudel. Like they're really into him. We ran out of Toast tattoos and Stompy tattoos and Winnie tattoos because so many people, even way more than Georgie. Some people said Georgie, but it was Stompy, Winnie, and Toast were like the favorites by far. It was so interesting. I had to force bug tattoos on people. And not a lot of people were like, there was one person that said Finn. One. Isn't that interesting? It just really surprised me. I'm not mad about it. I was just really surprised. I thought people would just be like, I love the foxes.
People pug, wow.
Was great meeting you and Alveus. I was the guy that accidentally made Kayla and Ella cry. Don't worry, I'm willing to put you trying to fight me behind us. Thika46 love also, Barbara fans unite.
Do you mind if I tell them that story?
At the meet and greet,
because now I feel like they need context.
With
Ashlyn
then forgot to have her sign my badge. Then in the panel I made her cry, and after I told her I love her. I hate myself.
Okay, why is everyone making my staff cry? I need Karma Hunter to say if I can tell the story, or like say what he said at the meet and greet so I can explain that to you, but I don't want to just say it. And then, yeah, Lindsay also cried. Me and Connor did not cry at TwitchCon. Feel free to talk about whatever. Okay, great. Thank you. Karma Hunter came up and was saying that he knows sometimes it's not obvious, like the impact that we're making, and we don't see it on the other end. But for him, correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I'm sure I'm misremembering exactly what you said. But he has a sister that was a biology major, or was really into biology and really into nature. And she passed away, and Alveus gives him that outlet to nature, and like is a really special thing for him, because of that. And that's why Ella cried, and I didn't know that Kayla cried at that point too. Ella had to like step away, not because she was like so sad and distraught, but because she was like really just like impacted by what you said. And it was really cool, and I think it was one of those moments for her where she was like, whoa. I don't know why I tried to fight you, though. I don't remember. The only thing I can think of is like, oh, you made her cry? Like, what, was it like that? Kayla asked to hug me? That's right, Kayla did hug you. That was nice. I think I was just trying to, like, break the crying tension, probably. But yeah, I think I did, like, fake punch him. Which is a really crazy thing. Because I said you look great, we're way more intimidating in person. Oh! Okay, and then I was like, yeah, you want to see how intimidating I am? Right. But, yes, the message was really, really nice and really special. I think a lot of times, too, we think about, like, the tangible impact we're making. It's like, how much are these people...
Wow.
You know, doing good for the environment, and like how much are they learning about animals. And then it's also, there's a lot of things on like a personal level that we never think about and we'll never be able to see except for through interactions like that. So it was really nice for you to share that. Thank you. Stores, thank you for the 5. Ashlyn, thank you for telling Lindsay that you loved her after making her cry. So the Alveus panel was really good. Everyone was cool. Nobody asked us to step on them at the Alveus panel. I don't know what the girls would do if that happened. It'd be kind of crazy. But it was chill. That one was easy.
Wow.
Hearts for Alveus.
Yay! And then after that, Voyage, thank you for the 33 months. We had dinner. We went to dinner with Cutie, Lud, Sea Dog, Germa, Connor Eats Pants. And we went to this dinner at this place called Chica. And it was so stupid. Yeah, so we went there because apparently they have this, like, viral dessert on TikTok. It looks like corn. Like, it looks like corn, but it's a cheesecake or something. And so Lud was like, let's go to the TikTok place, whatever. And so we went there, and it's like a nightclub. Like, it's like we sat down for dinner, but it was like a nightclub. Like, there was a DJ, and it was so loud. Yeah, Lud was trying really hard. I felt really bad for Lud. But there was a DJ and there were lights, and this is what it sounded like in the restaurant. You can't even see. You couldn't see what was happening. The waitress came over to order, and I'm like yelling, like I'm at a club. I was like yelling at her. I was like, could I get the, you know, it was so loud. And then at some point they gave us sparklers. I was really scared of the sparklers. I don't like them being that close to my face, but she just like handed it to me, so I had to hold it. And I was scared. And then women stood on the tables and started dancing, and then women stood next to us and started swallowing fire, and it was just like a lot. And we couldn't talk to each other the whole dinner because we couldn't hear. So we were just all sitting there eating our dinner, like going like this. Like to the music. It was so interesting. It was funny.
Wow.
Hi, awesome Maya.
David, thank you for the prime. Lud feels so bad about it. I feel bad for Lud. Like, I texted him the next day and I was like, thank you so much for dinner. So sorry that it went like that. These are also... Look, here's the corn. So funny. There were drums. Like, light up drums. Light up drums. So, yeah. That was dinner. And then, after that, we had a party that started at 11 p.m.
Yoan.
JP Sands, thank you for the 15 months. We had a party that started at 11 p.m. And I had hair and makeup the next day at 6 a.m. that was not at my hotel, so I had to leave at 5 a.m. Or I had to get up at 5 a.m. So I was like, I have to be at this party that starts at 11 p.m. and I have to get up at 5 a.m. and go and have 2 panels the next day. So this is like not the ideal. Oh yeah, I'm not there yet. Danny, thank you for the Prime. So we got to the party. It was the OTV Razor
Wow.
Maya Heechia.
Dolce & Gabbana party. Pila, thank you for the 17 months. And we we got to the party. There were a lot of people waiting in line to get to the party. There was one entrance. And so we kind of like went around looking for OTV people to get into the party. My agency was there, so then my agency's trying to get me a wristband, and then Masayoshi's there and he's trying to get us in, but it's like this whole, it's very confusing. And then like somebody went over to Cutie and they were like, you come with us, like we'll take you backstage. But it was like just Cutie and nobody else that we were with. And we were with like, I think we were with like Jerma, Sea-Dog, me, whatever. And Cutie was like, I'm not gonna go alone without them. So like, I can't go right now. It was just like a whole thing. And so eventually we got in like this back way. We went through these service elevators. It was a whole thing. And we got into the club. There's like a stage, there's like a VIP stage with ropes. So we were back there. There were bottles and stuff. And then there was like a whole floor where a bunch of people were. And it was so loud. And I don't mean like a club loud. I mean like, I think there was something wrong. Because when the DJ was, like when drops would happen, the ceiling, there were like these panels on the ceiling, right? And when the music would get louder, the panels would drop like this and smoke would blow out. But it sounded like this like hissing, like psss, when the smoke would come out. And it was everybody, including the drunk people, including Will Neff, were going like this because it like hurt. Because it was so loud. It was really bad. It was really bad. And I don't know. It was just a lot. I was really overwhelmed because the line was so long and I wasn't very confident. Granted, I don't know exactly how security worked, but I was just like not confident in it just because of the way that we got in. You know, there was no like ID checking. There was no like, what's your name? There was no, it's just like Lud kind of like led us around places and Cutie. And then we just kind of like tagged on with them. And I was like, this just doesn't feel right. And so we got in and I was just like, yeah, regular people, people that I did not, like so many people that I did not know, never seen, I don't think were streamers, were like getting into the section that we got into. And I was just scared, you know, I was just like, I don't think that there's enough security here. Like, I don't know how they're doing this. I don't know who these people are. Like, I want to leave. So I didn't stay there for very long. This was I had one drink at the nightclub restaurant with Lud. It was whiskey, by the way. Not that this matters that much. I got like, it was like a whiskey drink and it was like just alcohol. It was crazy. And why are you scared of normal people that wanted to party? I think it's pretty clear why. I'm not trying to come from like an ego place. I think it's very valid as a streamer at TwitchCon to be worried about partying around viewers with no security. That's just like a scary thing. You don't want to do that. It's not like an elitist thing. It's not like, oh, I don't want to be around these people. It's like, I'm afraid to be around these people because who knows. So, yeah. So my second drink of the whole weekend was at this club, Dan Clancy. Dan Clancy is hanging out in the VIP section with everybody, and he grabs a shot, comes over to me, and he's like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Because what are you gonna be like? "No, Dan Clancy, I don't want to take this shot with you." He like handed it to me, so I took a shot, and then I went home. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. Yeah, he had a great time. He had a great time. And then I went home. I got home at like 3 o'clock or something. Or 3 a.m. 2 a.m.? Say 2 a.m. Got home at like 2 a.m. I had to be up at 5 a.m. to get my hair and makeup done. I know that sounds crazy. Hair and makeup, my hair lasted all day Sunday. I don't regret that. Makeup is really great if you're doing like a panel because of the lights and because you're far away. And so I hate to toot my own horn here, but I don't know if you saw all the Alveus girls on that panel, but we looked great. Okay? I was like, we're gonna get hair and makeup done one day. It's not gonna be for the meet and greet because then we're all like in person, you come up to us and you can like see makeup on your face. And I didn't want that for us, but I was like, for the panel, we're gonna have our hair and makeup done and we're gonna look nice and professional. So I paid for everyone's hair and makeup on Sunday morning, but there were 4 of us. And we had to be done at 10 a.m. So we went from 6 to 10 a.m. And so yeah, Connor didn't get his hair and makeup done. He went and got us breakfast while we were getting our hair and makeup done. And we all sat in Lindsay's hotel room for 4 hours and read the Carbon Almanac and talked about carbon emissions and spiraled. It was great. But anyway, I got home at like 2 a.m. on Saturday, and then I woke up at 4 a.m. in the middle of the night sweating, and I felt so nauseous. And I went into the bathroom and I just like laid on the bathroom floor. You ever feel so nauseous that you just like lay on the bathroom floor because it's cold? I was doing that, hoping that that was going to do it, that I was just going to feel okay and then I could go back to bed. And then I started vomiting at 4 a.m. I threw up at TwitchCon, and it's not because of alcohol, because I'd only had, and the one shot that I had, it was like grapefruit juice and like the tiniest little bit of alcohol. My boyfriend had 4 and he was like, there's no alcohol in there. So it wasn't alcohol. I think it was just exhaustion. I think like I needed more sleep and I was so tired from Saturday, and I did not get enough sleep Friday, and like I had eaten enough, but I think I just threw up from exhaustion. So I got up at 4 a.m. and I threw up, laid on the bathroom floor a little more, and then went back to bed, got up an hour from that. And then I went to Alveus staff's hotel. We met with hair and makeup at 6 a.m. at the hotel. Actually, we met with hair at 6 a.m. We walked in the hotel room where the hair person was, and she was like, so I have bad news. We don't have a makeup artist. And I was like, huh? Because I scheduled them like
3.
a month ago or something. Bilbo, thank you. Niktar, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, my boyfriend came with me because I was like, I felt really bad actually, because he was out later than me. He stayed at the club, and then I told him, I was like, this is awful, but I have to pull the boyfriend card here. I'm not leaving this Vegas hotel at 5 in the morning in the dark where viewers are staying by myself. So we're up at 5 a.m. Let's go. He was great about it. He was totally fine with it. But yeah, he got back even later than I did, so he got way less sleep. He slept while we did our hair and makeup. Wait, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, the makeup person wasn't there. She was like, hey, we don't have a makeup person. I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, we can't reach her. It was 6 a.m. and then it was 7 a.m. and then it was 7:30 and they hadn't heard anything from her. And she was sleeping. Like I don't know. I don't know if she slept through her alarm or she was hungover or she misunderstood the time, but they said that she was talking, like they were talking about it the day before. So I don't really know what happened. She did show up at 7:30 and she got all of her makeup done. Which was great. But it was kind of scary for a while. I was like, so we're just gonna have I'm gonna have to do everybody's makeup, which I don't know if I'm good enough to do that. But it was fine. She came in, we got all our hair and makeup done. Then we went to the it has to be so embarrassing, I know. Cutie got a tan. Cutie got a spray tan. She booked a spray tan for 2 a.m. in her hotel room. There's like a service in Vegas where you can book a spray tan. Like someone will come to your hotel room in the middle of the night and give you a spray tan. She booked, like I saw her pick it. It was like picking a movie ticket. She clicked 2 a.m. and then put in her hotel room number and they came in. She like got in the shower and they like spray tanned her 2 a.m. Isn't that crazy? Why? Because she likes spray tans. I've never had a spray. Oh, why 2 a.m.? Because she didn't have a time otherwise? I don't know. It was wild. What else are you going to do at 2 a.m. in Vegas? Nothing to do. I did not gamble, by the way. I didn't gamble at all. Not even with Ludwig's money. I can't do it, man. I can't stomach the thought of losing money for no reason. So yeah, no gambling for me. And then Sunday, hair and makeup, went to the convention. We had our Alveus panel. Did you guys watch it? Dude, so sick. It was so sick. Everybody did so good. I was stressed at the Alveus meet and greet because I was worried that I was talking too much. Russell! I saw Russell once. I saw Russell once on Sunday, and he's like, oh, I haven't seen you. Did you just get here?
Wow.
Like, bitch, the convention's over. What do you mean, did I just get here? Thank you for the 23 months, Raven. So, I was worried at the meet and greet for Alveus because I thought I talked too much because people were like coming up to me. One of the best answers Kayla gave. Which one is this about?
Wow.
Reaches that point because every behavior that an animal gives us, they are trying to communicate something to us.
Yes.
And that's what our job is identifying those individual behaviors that are going to lead to something else.
What was the question here? Was this the question where she was like, any animals that are resistant to your love? Maybe?
How can we change our behavior? It's a conversation. That's what I always tell people. When you walk into a room with an animal, you're only ever going to provide half the information. The other half is going to come from that animal. So when we go in, it's hard to pay attention to that sometimes because I am watching an animal to make sure that I am not overstepping. And that's one of the things I think that's very hard about this job too, is that I have to be incredibly self-critical on a daily basis. I have to have a lot of awareness with what I'm doing. Even if you don't intend to have a training session with an animal, if you are around them, they are learning something from you. And that's important to remember. And that goes for any animal, not just these ones that we work with that are exotics. Your cats, your dogs, they're always trying to tell you something. So pay attention.
Kayla is really good. I don't know if y'all have not noticed that yet. But Kayla, I've said this from the beginning, Kayla is better at my job than I am by miles, naturally. She is so good at talking and explaining and teaching. I just happen to be here, and I'm also dumber, and like maybe it makes me more relatable because I'm a streamer. But my God, when it comes to teaching people about animals, she is so eloquent. She's just amazing. She's so good at it. So yeah, but everybody on the panel was so good. Everyone on the panel did so well. I think I was worried about that too. After the meet and greet, I was like, oh, like I don't want it to just be me talking. Not because they didn't talk, but because people at the meet and greet were like primarily talking to me. And I was like, I really hope that they're not just asking me questions and that everyone's sitting there. And that's not what happened at all. The talking on the panel was so even, like all the staff just did so great. And they all did just really good. I think you talked the least good. They're better at it than me. Yeah, so all the questions were really great. All the answers were really great. I'm super proud of them. I think they felt really good about it. So, yeah, everyone got time to speak. I felt really, really good about the Alveus panel. And the group at the Alveus panel was super chill too. They were good. And then I went back to the hotel because I had to change. I was wearing my boots and khakis and a collared Alveus shirt for the Alveus panel. And then Connor did really well with the politician lady. Connor's really good too. Connor's really good too. I know you guys see him being goofy most of the time, but Alveus is where it is because of all of our staff, but Connor Connor knows what he's doing. He's very smart. And he knows a lot of stuff about Alveus that I do not. He knows how to run a lot of stuff that I don't. And he can speak to a lot that I cannot. So he's really good too. While we're at it, Lindsay's also excellent. She's got a really, really like natural way of speaking that makes her feel very relatable. And I haven't pinned down exactly what it is yet, that she's so good at, but when she talks, it feels like you're talking to somebody that like, you know, or that is like, that you can relate to. I don't know exactly what it is. I think she just has like really, she's very frank and she has a lot of humility and it feels really genuine when she speaks. And so I was really impressed because that's the first time Lindsay's been like out there and super front facing and like really, you know, up there. Yeah, we got to get her on the staff page. I don't know why she's not up there yet because I don't have a bio for her right now. And then Ella too. Ella gave some incredible answers up there that I was so impressed with because you guys know, like, I mean, you guys have seen Ella for years now. She's more on the quiet side in person. But when she's up there, she can turn it on too. She had really, really great answers. She had answers that I wouldn't have thought about saying when we talked about fundraising. She brought up the wish list. I thought that was super clever. And she speaks really eloquently. She knows what she's talking about. And you know, when she's addressed and she's asked a question, like she's going to answer it and answer it really well. So I think they all just did so good. I'm so proud of all of them. And like proud of what the organization looked like as a whole up there. So yeah, that's everybody. They did great. I had to go change after the Wine About It panel because I went from khakis, collared shirt, boots to like a mini dress and a leather jacket and black heels because I went from the Alveus panel in the stadium to a few hours later the Wine About It panel. And I was talking to World Wildlife Fund at the end of the Alveus panel because they came and that was really cool. And I've done a lot of work with them, so we were talking with them, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come to your second panel too," and I was like, "You don't have to do that." I was like, "No, like it was so nice that you came to this one. Thank you so much. Like, don't take any more of your time. Like, go do something fun." And she was like, "No, I know Wine About It. I've listened to it," and I was like, "Oh." Okay, great. So World Wildlife Fund came to the Wine About It panel, and I changed. I went in there. The interpreter or the sign language, the ASL person that we had, and the staff did not recognize me. She like came up and introduced herself, and she's like, "I'm gonna be your interpreter today," and I was like, "Girl, I just met you." I was like, "I was just in here like an hour ago. I was the one in the khakis," and she was like, "Oh, you're right, you are." But yeah, it was just a very different vibe. A very, very different vibe. The Wine About It panel was also a very different vibe in the audience. The Alveus panel was like smaller and way more chill, way more mellow, way more professional. And then the Wine About It panel was insane. I I had to pee before the panel started. And there was a line wrapped around the building. Like, I think for the Alveus panel, it was like, I'm so bad at estimating people. I don't know. The crowd for Wine About It was this big. Can you see? It was this big. That's all of them. And it goes like all the way to the back of the room. The Alveus panel, the first, I don't know how to describe how many people were there. Rotate your phone. Oh, sorry. I always have it locked. I hate when my screen rotates. Okay, so this was the Wine About It panel. The Alveus panel, these first two sections, they're like little like rectangular sections. They were really sparse. Like they were barely filled up. And so there were like tens of people at the Alveus panel. And this was like a lot. 1/5 at most. I don't think it was a fifth. I think it was like, I feel like it was like a 10th. I don't know. So 50, 60 people, cool. There were 10,000 people watching the Alveus panel though, but I think it's because it was on like front page, or they put it on front page, like the actual hero saw it in the carousel. But that's really cool. There were 10K people on that one. It was sick. For the Wine About It panel, there were just way more people. And when I had to pee before the panel started, and so I had to leave the building. Pluto took me out of the building, and I like walked past the line of people, and they were like, it was so different than like the people at Alveus, because they were like, Maya, like taking pictures and stuff. And then I had to go back in, and I was locked out. Thank you for the 17 months. I was locked out of the door that I left to go pee from. And it was in front of the whole line. They're like seeing me trying to open this door. I call Cutie. She doesn't pick up. So then I had to go around. And I had to walk past the whole line to go into the front door where they were going to enter. And they're all just like, oh, yeah, it's Maya. And I was like, you guys were, like, I was here an hour ago. Like, I was literally just here. Like, it's the same person. I don't get it. It's just so different. But yeah, so I went in, we did the Wine About It panel. It was good. The Wine About It panel was good.
Wow.
Alveus dance.
Thank you for the 7 months. The questions were good. Some of the questions were funny. It was chill. It was easy. Beginning of it was like a little rough because we had no idea what to do. Like we just did not know how to start the panel, but it was fine. And then the biggest it question, yeah, it was crazy. It's a crazy question to ask. What was the drama with sitting on the table? The Alveus panel, we did like a press conference, and so we were like sitting behind the table with our mics. I just got like weirdly nauseous. I'm gonna open this window. Stand by. I got hit with a wave of nausea. Why? Oh! It rained this morning. Let's let in all that humidity, shall we? Weird. Hold on. I'm gonna get water. Stand by. I'll be right back. fine. Is that a rat? You know what's annoying? My biggest ick about Mushroom? He has kibble. And he could eat a whole piece of kibble, but instead he takes a piece and he moves his head out and he crunches it on the floor. And whatever he spills, he just leaves on the floor. And then he refuses to eat the crunchies that he spilled. He only eats whole pellets. So I'm constantly having to clean crunchies, and I'm telling you, it's like half of what I feed him. And I've tried putting them back in there, and he won't eat them after they've been crunched. He's wasteful. If you leave it, he'll eat it after a while? Okay. Yeah. If you leave me in a room for a really long time with a jar of swamp water, I will drink it. But I'm not gonna do that to him. What were we talking about? I feel better now. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I have my mouse. He's in there. The Wine About It panel? Wine About It panel was chill. Was good. The sitting on the table? Yeah, we just didn't, I don't know, it felt formal and awkward for us to sit behind the table and do like a press conference because Wine About It's so like, you know, we started on like couches and whatever. And so they were trying to figure out how to get us to sit on the table, but there were people that were really mad at us about moving stuff, which is so valid. It's like so valid. I would never, it was so much better that we were sitting on the table. It was so much better, right? Cutie is really good at being like, this is how it has to be. I am not. And so it was way better that we were on the table. But some people were mad about that. And yeah, so we tried to change things. But they wouldn't let us sit certain places because they were like liability. And
Wow.
but it was fine.
Maya he cheer.
Thank you. So we did the Wine About It panel. It was really good. I feel really good about it. I was really scared. One thing that I did realize at TwitchCon is I think that I really genuinely feel like I'm at the point where public speaking does not make me nervous. Which is fascinating. I was really nervous at the gala, but that's because I had a speech that I had to memorize. And so I was like nervous about memorizing it. But J-Lard, thank you for the 14 months. But when it comes to just talking in front of people, there's just like nothing there for me anymore. And that's not how it used to be. This is not like, oh, I'm just that kind of person. It was, dude, in college where they were like, you have to give a 10-minute speech. I was like shitting my pants, right? In front of a classroom. Any speeches in class, it was like so nervous to do, like hated that. But yeah, now it's really easy. So that's really good. And then what? After the Wine About It panel, I went, what is this? Oh. After the Wine About It panel, we went back to the hotel. We got shuttled back to the hotel with a bunch of people. Austin, Will, Cutie. We were in a shuttle going back to the hotel, and then I went and sat in my hotel room. They had to go record Fear and then we had a dinner with some Twitch execs. This one I feel really bad about. We had a dinner with Twitch execs at 8 o'clock that they like set up, and it was like just a bunch of female streamers and a bunch of female execs. And it was at 8 o'clock, and Cutie wanted to go to a show that started at 9 o'clock. And there was like a cocktail hour at 8, so like we didn't even really start eating until like 8:30. And Cutie and I were like, oh no, like we're gonna have to leave dinner early. That's like super rude. Because she bought tickets for the show. And so we went to dinner, whatever, talked to people, it was fine. I sat next to Amaranth, talked to Amaranth. She was funny, it was cool. And then it was a sex show. I I don't know what burlesque is. If this was burlesque, then like it was burlesque. Cutie just like really wanted to go to a sex show, to a I keep saying that like it's what she wanted. She wanted to go to a burlesque show. And it was just me and her. And we talked about it in detail on the Patreon. And I don't want to talk about the whole thing here because we talked about it on the Patreon. But like it was it wasn't a sex show. They didn't have sex. They pretended like they were, but they weren't. I guess I don't know for sure if they were. Cause you can't, cause they're, I don't know. I don't think that they were having sex. What I do know is that they were naked most of the time. What did you see? A lot. A lot. And I walked in so confused. I'll tell you like a couple things if you want to hear about the whole thing again. It's on the Wine About It Patreon. But we went in there. We did have to leave dinner a little early. And I like sent apology emails and whatever because I feel really bad. And then we went to the show. And they were in like beautiful big ball gowns with like hoop skirts. You know, like the really fancy ones where their hair's all like curled and like up in the, whatever. And they were like dancing around like this, and like the music was classical and it was really beautiful. And then like a beat dropped, and then like smoke came from the ceiling and the lights went red, and then they turned around and they were assless dresses, which I didn't even know existed. But the dresses had no back. So like in the front it looked like a full nice like fancy dress, and they turned around and there was nothing and they were just naked. And then they started like twerking. And from there it was just kind of like that. Just and then they pretended to have sex, I guess, and they juggled some things that I would get banned for juggling, and they did some acrobatics naked. They did some naked acrobatics. They spun each other around naked. Yeah. It was a lot.
Was so nice meeting you and everyone from Alveus. Also, what's the name of this show?
Rouge? Rouge. Did that disturb you? It was really funny. I don't know. I think a lot of it was supposed to be funny. I'm not sure how much of it was supposed to be funny. I thought the whole thing was funny. I enjoyed it because I thought it was so ridiculous and so funny. Some parts were too much. I didn't like when they were pretending to have sex and like making noises. I didn't like that. Anyway, I won't talk about the whole thing, but it was a lot. But yeah, it was funny. That was Sunday night. And then we left. We left there, and then Cutie got a Frappuccino. When you say naked, I imagine they'd still have pasties. No. That's what I thought. No. Anyway. Yeah. And then Cutie got a Frappuccino. Rouge is not just a show, it's a journey of seduction and adult adventure designed to unleash everybody's fantasies. That's interesting. That's interesting. That is totally the description of what it was. They went and asked people in the crowd what their fantasies were. Couldn't be me. I wouldn't answer that if he came up to me. Thank God he didn't. Anyway, so yeah, it was just me and Cutie. And she got a Frappuccino, and then I went to sleep, and then we got up in the morning, and then Cutie got locked out of her hotel room, and then we got she took us to the airport, and then I went home. and I got back here at like midnight 30. It was late. And that was like a few days ago, and I feel physically okay. Like, I'm really tired. I feel like what I feel like I need to do is sleep for like 16 hours. I don't know if that's how bodies work or if that would actually benefit me, but that's what I feel like I need to do. I don't think that I'm capable of doing that, but I would like to do that, but I don't think I can. I'm more just like mentally tired. I know all the Alveus staff is still recovering. They're all definitely tired. So, I was supposed to do Animal Quest today, right? I was supposed to do Animal Quest today. There were thunderstorms, and so I was worried that we wouldn't have internet. And also, I was trying to get through it yesterday. I had to do the whole thing yesterday because it was my first day back to like work. And I was like, I don't know if this is gonna happen for tomorrow. So I moved it to Monday. Animal Quest is gonna be Monday, at 11 a.m. I'm gonna talk about scorpions on Monday, but I didn't get it done for today, so I'm doing this today instead. So yeah. What's Animal Quest? It's a series on my channel where I talk about the animals that we have at Alveus. And I talk about like where they came from and what their threats are in the wild and what we can do to help them. So scorpions is the next Animal Quest. Last one for now. Actually, I hate to do this to myself, but we have scorpions next on Monday, Animal Quest, and then I think I'm going to do an entire Animal Quest on dairy for Winnie, just because I think it's really important. So in November, the end of November, I'll do a dairy Animal Quest with Winnie, because I've talked about the beef industry and I've talked about eggs, and so I just think I should talk about dairy. But it's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one. Yeah. TwitchCon overall was less scary than I thought. It was cool to see people. Everyone was saying that it was like a really good vibes TwitchCon, which a viewer gave me this. Which I don't really have a reference for because I've only been to the 2019 one. And it was just very different. So I didn't know what to expect, but I thought it was really good. It was fun. And I feel really good about how all the Alveus people did. Thoughts on the sphere? I think he's creepy, and I think it's like a crazy use of energy. I haven't looked into like how much energy they use, but I don't know. Would you go to the EU one? No. Probably not. I don't know. I love that, dude. All of Vegas is so loud and so everything's so lit up. Would you go to another one? Yeah. Go to another one. I don't know if I would go to like Paris. It seems like a lot. It's not about EU. I just don't want to fly out of the country. T-Fries, you're EU? I don't know anything about y'all. Why are you calling it EU?
Wow.
Am I supposed to say something
Yay,
else?
hi, hello,
Isn't that what
good
y'all
to
say?
see you.
Thank you. Thank you for the 4 months. They said TwitchCon won't be in Vegas next year. Yeah, dude, if the convention was like it was, but it was in San Diego, beautiful. Beautiful. It would have been so sick. The only thing that all the Alveus staff and myself didn't really like about TwitchCon is that it was in Vegas. Everything else was great. I hate Vegas though. I really do. I didn't get drugged, which is huge. But it's just, I don't know, Vegas is just gross. Like, it's so, the consumption in Vegas is just, it's just so much for me.
Wow.
And
Yo.
it's all so extravagant and so indulgent, but it's so cheap at the same time. It just feels gross to me. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. And I know I didn't see much of Vegas, so maybe that's unfair. But it's just, yeah. I also have no interest in gambling, so it's just not, yeah, it's not for me. It is not for me. San Diego's cool though. San Diego, you get mugged. It depends on where you are, I guess. You know what they should do? Austin. You guys ever thought about that? How about that? Twitch? How about doing it in Austin? There's gotta be convention centers in Austin. How about we do it in Austin and then we can all go home at the end of the day? I want to do that. I'll put in my vote for that one. Dies of heat. Actually, it's beautiful outside today. It rained all morning, but it's fine now. Austin costs too much? Does it? Or like even LA. I mean, I hate LA, but it wouldn't make sense for them to do it in LA. Why do so many streamers live in Austin? Genuinely because Soda Poppin lives here, I think. I mean, that's like the origin, isn't it? Because that's where he grew up. And everyone just moved around him. And taxes. So yeah. I saw a white emu. It was crazy. Was it a rhea? R-H-E-A. Look that up and see if it was that. So yeah. I think that was it. I'm trying to think of any other... Yeah, I saw Nick. I'm trying to think of any other interactions or people that I met. I met Lil Simsy. She's a Sim streamer. She was really nice. She bought Alveus merch. Pretty sick. I met Fan. I saw Hassan, I saw Canute. Saw Will, saw Austin. Saw Russell. I did not see Squeaks, I don't know if he was there. Emily, yep. Lud, yep. Alinity. Did I see Alinity? I saw her once. E-Rob and Britt. I did not see S-Fan at all. I saw Amaranth. I saw Elam. I saw Wantep. He's taller than me now. It's kind of crazy. I saw Jenny. I did not have the vegan burger from the cafeteria. I saw your mom. Saw Germa. I did not see TJ. Yeah, I saw Hammy. Did not see Forsen. Apparently I walked by Coke Carnage several times, but I don't know him. And I'm not sure what he looks like, which maybe is a crime. I saw Senna. Yeah. Did you see Diplo? No. I did not. I did not go to Diplo. I will say part of the reason, and hopefully they don't hear this, my agency got a table at Diplo, and they asked if I wanted to go. And, like, one, Diplo's not my scene. Like, I don't think I would like it, number one. But number two, do I want to be, like, at a club, at a table, taking shots with my agents? No, that's not, doesn't feel like the relationship that I want with them. It just feels like a lot. So they asked if I wanted to go Diplo, and I was like, do you guys want to go to lunch that day instead? Because I just feel like it'd be weird, you know what I mean? They're very cool, don't get me wrong. Like, I like them, and I feel like it'd be fun to hang out with them, but I don't want them to see me, like, taking shots. It just feels weird. No, thank you for the prime. Sex show with agents? No. 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 Not with the Alveus staff either. I did tell Cutie when I was there, I was like, I don't think there's anybody else that I could go to the show with and be comfortable and like feel like it's fine. Ah! My agent just messaged me and said, don't worry, we definitely didn't hear that. I think you guys are so cool. I think you guys are so cool, I swear. It just would have been weird, you know what I mean? It would have been, I don't want you to see me get sloppy drunk. It'd just be really embarrassing. It's not you, it's me. Oh my god. That's tragic. In fairness, I wouldn't have gone. They're both messaging me. Travis and I are young and hip. I know! You are. You're so cool. I didn't go anyway, though. I would have hated Diplo, regardless. It's not my thing. Y'all saw me at that OTV party. I was like, I'm scared. I gotta get out of here. But lunch was great. Lunch was great. Connor, what are you talking about? That's not true. No, I did not watch Canute's wedding. I did not see Karina Conf. No. Extra Emily and Maya.
Oh my god, I saw Emily at the club that night at Diplo.
It's a cute cat.
I love her.
Hello?
I think
What's happening?
not like okay.
Hello? Okay, well, if I'm still live for you, I can't... My OBS is broken. It's like frozen. I can see you in my browser, but like OBS is not responding. I've never had this happen before. I'm not sure what to do. Should I... Audio's got... Hello? No, it's not. Ooh, this is not looking good. Restart OBS. Oh, wait. I see you guys again.
People pog.
I just did that. I did the black screen thing. Why am I frozen in OBS? Oh god. Uh Task manager kill OBS and restart. Well, could it just like work instead, maybe? Did you see my intro screen? What the heck? What the heck? Alright, I'm just gonna do this blind.
Love her. I think not like okay.
I'm scared.
Two women that I haven't really gotten to know too well. Like we barely talk, but I like every time we do talk, which is like barely. Like I swear to God, this is like our second time talking in person. But I just like feel like I love them. It's Emily and Maya. Okay, like when I see them, I'm like, oh, I love.
Wait,
oh
I feel
God.
so
I
bad
die.
because I
Anyway,
don't think we talked. I should have talked to her more. That's so nice. I messaged her and I asked if she wanted to come to Alveus. But I don't think I talked to her I don't think I really talked to anyone at that party. I feel bad now. I'm gonna go to LA and we're gonna hang out. Am I full cam right now? This is so cringe. I hate this. Dean! Dean, I have a bone to pick with you. Taj, thank you for the 20 months. Dean, you left me on red. He said, what did I do? You left me on red a long time ago, pal. Buddy. Now he's gonna come in my chat and be like, oh, hey. I'm kidding. I think you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I asked when you were coming to Texas. Does anything in OBS work? Can you right-click a screen and window projector it? What? Space, window projector. Windowed projector. It opens like a black little box. Nico, thank you. I don't think that did anything. Yeah, that's not doing anything. Can I just like... What if I turn my camera off and then back on? I can see myself in the camera thing. Like if I open up the camera source to like go mess with the settings, I can see myself here. But the actual screen on OBS is frozen, so I'll just stay here, I guess. Hey guys, you can see me right now, right? Okay, cool. Sick. All right, here we are. Yeah, this is sick. It's broken. That's really nice. That's really nice of her. Yeah, I did invite her to Alveus, so we'll see. When space says it's fully broken, it's fully broken. Things that I have to tell you guys about. It is Thursday. Is it Thursday? It's Thursday today. Okay? Here's my TwitchCon recap. My alerts are working. Thanks, Disrupted. Leak who's coming to Alveus in December. Look, don't get mad at them if it doesn't happen, okay? Because this is how it works with streamers. Sometimes it's hard to schedule things. But I talked to, I think Ray and Leslie might come together to Alveus in December. But in November we have Alex, like Alux, like with a U and X's and L's. You know, I always spell her name wrong, so I don't want to spell it. But Alex is coming in November, and then hopefully they're coming in December. Also, crazy. I think Dream is gonna be in Austin again, and he did actually message me, and we did talk in Vegas. So we'll see. I don't know what that's gonna look like, because he doesn't really stream. He doesn't do like IRLs and stuff, so I don't know what exactly it's gonna look like. But what's this? November.
Oh my god, I die. Anyways, I am gonna work with Maya to check out the Alveus Sanctuary. She did invite me. I told her it'll be some time in November though, since I just came back from TwitchCon and Aileen's birthday is coming up and Halloween's coming up and then my birthday's coming up. So it's
okay.
I die.
Chocobars
Anyways.
too. Chocobars as well in November. So we're gonna have Alex and Chocobars in November, I guess, and then in December, Ray and Foosley maybe. Stacked month, crazy stuff, big stuff. That's huge. I'm excited. So yeah. Fan's coming here in early November, dude. Fuck. No, I said hi to her, but I did not talk to her about Alveus or anything. Damn. Oh God. Julian Salamina and Alveus when he forgives me. When he's no longer afraid of me. Okay. So, today is Thursday. I'm doing this today. Tomorrow, I'm full camera now, right? Okay. Tomorrow is a keeping stream. I'm doing a keeping stream tomorrow so you guys can see the animals and stuff. Hopefully it's not raining. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll see. Tomorrow's supposed to be a keeping stream. Hopefully it's not raining. Hopefully it's not too crazy. So we can do a normal keeping stream. Saturday, Siren plushie launch. we're throwing a birthday party for Siren. We don't know when Siren's birthday party is, but we're just deciding to throw a birthday party for Siren because everybody who knows Siren knows that Siren's favorite thing is birthdays. Birthday. So we're throwing Siren a birthday party on Saturday. At Siren's birthday party, we will be launching Siren plushies. So if you guys have seen the Stompy plushies, the Georgie plushie, the Winnie plushie, we have a Siren one, and we are launching it. I'm very excited about that. That's Saturday. Nothing on Sunday. On Monday, we have the Animal Quest Scorpion Edition. So you guys will learn about scorpions on Monday from me. And then Tuesday is Halloween. Halloween is Tuesday. So we will be doing a Halloween stream. I'm going to be making Halloween themed enrichment for all of the ambassadors. We have like monster popsicles and trick-or-treat bags and like mini cauldrons, mini pumpkins to give the animals. And so Tuesday, Halloween, we're going to be doing Halloween enrichment for all of the animals. And then that is the end of October. In November, Saturday, November 4th is what, chatters? This is very important. The Fall Carnival. Uninhibited spooky fun time. November 4th is the Fall Carnival. It's a fundraiser at Alveus. You're gonna do a ring toss versus our crows. You're gonna play bingo with our chicken. You're gonna watch a roach race. You're gonna watch a haunted rat maze. There's gonna be lots of fun things. Okay? So there are games to play that are really interactive with our animals, and it's a fundraiser for Alveus. It'll be on my channel on November 4th. Cool? Capiche? Yeah, and then we jump into November, and we'll see. We're getting into the holidays. What time does it start? Have we picked a start time? I feel like... Wait, we did. I screenshotted it. It's 11 a.m. 11 a.m. CT. It's my start time. That's the plan. That's the plan. Hi, Nandre. You too. So many things happening. So many things happening. Yeah, it's getting really crazy. So what are you doing today? I'm streaming right now, and then I'm gonna start working on a voter's guide for you guys. Voting is coming up. I want you guys to know how to register to vote and how to use your vote to help our natural world. And so I would like to make some sort of voter's guide and just like resources for you guys, so you can figure out how to register to vote and like be ready to vote, and put it on the Alveus website. So I want to start that today. I need to work on Animal Quest today. I need to still catch up on emails. I got like 200 emails while I was in Vegas because I wasn't doing them on my phone. So I got emails. I got and I need to start writing my children's book because I haven't had the chance to write it. I also have to finish. I have one more ticket that I have to draw. I'm drawing tickets for the Fall Carnival, and if you come to the Fall Carnival on November 4th, I think it's $25 a ticket. If you donate $25, I'm gonna hand sign each ticket and ship them out to you. So I'm making 3 different versions of tickets. They're gonna be really cute and printed on ticket paper, but I'm drawing them on my iPad, and so I have one more to do. And so you guys can get tickets. Also, for the Fall Carnival, we're gonna do Polaroids as well.
Halloween, almost.
Jasmine, thank you for the 30 months. So if you guys want to get a Polaroid, they're obviously all individual. I'm gonna try to take them of the animals that are cool with Polaroids, and then I'm gonna sign those Polaroids as well. So that'll be part of the fundraiser on November 4th. Satan? I'm sorry. Happy birthday. My favorite fan interaction at TwitchCon. That's a good question. That's a good question.
People pop. Wow.
It's S-Fans Alert. That's so
TwitchCon was
funny.
amazing. Thanks for not ruining it. XQCL.
S-Fan, I am so grateful that I did not see you there. What was my favorite fan interaction at TwitchCon? I don't know what my favorite was. I can tell you my least favorite. I had some weird guy with like really long hair come up to me and tell me that he was a rat paladin or something. And he was like, yeah, it's really cool, I can show you. And he like showed me it on his phone and it was just really cringe.
People pog. Wow.
Tishka, thank you for the 2 months. No, I don't know what my favorite interaction was. I thought it was really funny that that girl was like, I'm so cool. And then she freaked out and she's like, I meant you're so cool. Oh, you know what? Actually, one guy came over and was like, he was like, are you Maya? I love Goat Bingo.
Was Germa the rat paladin BC that would definitely track?
No, it was S-Fan. Carb overdose, thank you. One guy came up, he was like, are you Maya? I love Goat Bingo. And I was like, do you? And he's like, yeah, I love Beetle. And I was like, I love that you said that. It was so funny. So we got to do more Goat Bingo. Goat Bingo is why I subbed. What the hell? Maybe we'll do Goat Bingo next week. It's been a while. And now it's cooler too, so the phone's not going to overheat. I'm down. Okay. All right, we'll do that. You guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching. Just some quick recaps, some quick TwitchCon stories. I will see you guys tomorrow for a keeping stream. Messy, thank you. I'll see you guys for a keeping stream tomorrow, so long as it's not like crazy rain. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm rating Alveus. If you don't follow Alveus, you go follow right now. Right now! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank God it's over. Somebody... Mods? Mods!
People pog. Wow.
For scene.
Goodbye. See you guys tomorrow.
People pog. Wow.
Thank you for the subs. Ronjon, Zoko, Messi. Thank you. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.